One of the most intriguing ones we're going to look at, wide receiver Jameson Williams tore his ACL in the national championship game. You see the height, 6'1.5", 179 pounds. You look at the scouting report. Will Fuller is a comp. The ACL tear could end up determining ultimately his draft destination. The question was put to Jameson Williams if he thought that injury kind of hurt his draft stock.
I'm not sure what it did to my draft stock. I hope it didn't hurt it, but hopefully a team still takes a shot at me and drafts me. I know how to read defenses and get through certain defenses and things like that. Really, just knowing the game and showing that I know it. Really, I got speed that you can't teach. I got a lot of speed.
Has speed that you can't teach. You know what? He's not going to get out of the first round. And if he falls to the bottom half of the first round, a team that's really good, that was in the playoffs, is going to get a really good wide receiver that they might have to wait a little bit for.
Absolutely. And I think that's kind of the sweet spot for him, is a team that's already pretty good, a receiver that, they don't need him on day one. That's where I think, unfortunately for Williams and the Browns, it's not a good fit because the Browns need a guy who could play immediately at the position. We don't know exactly when Williams can come back. I mean, you're talking 9 months out from the injury. That would put him in October. That's the usual ACL recovery, is 6 to 9 months. On the shorter end, then if you got him for training camp, that'd be just tremendous for whoever takes him. The only way I would see it make sense really for the Browns is if they've already invested in a guy like a Calvin Ridley guy, if they traded for him or signed a really good veteran, like if they were able to get Amari Cooper, they were able to get Mike Williams or even Chris Godwin if the Buccaneers don't franchise tag him. One of those situations would be the only way I look at it, is if you can buy yourself a little time while Williams kind of works his way back from the ACL. And he's a guy that, as talented as he's going to be, you're going to have to wait a little bit for him, because we saw, to a lesser extent, Anthony Schwartz, struggle when he missed most of training camp with an injury. Granted, I think he was a guy that, we weren't going to see much of in 2021 anyway, just because I thought he was more raw. We really only saw him specifically on deep routes and jet sweeps, which is kind of what I was expecting. But certainly I thought maybe the injury in training camp hurt him a little bit. And when you miss time in your first training camp, naturally is going to set you back as a rookie. So I think whoever's drafting Jameson Williams going to have to look a little bit to the future before you can start to kind of reap the rewards of the pick.